Good morning, second grade class. Here we are, and we are on lesson 124 today. Today will be Wednesday, and today I thought we would go over our spelling words and we would use Farmer Ted's voice. But before we do that, let's say our memory verse together. Are you ready? Psalm 147, verse 5. Great is our Lord and mighty in power. His understanding has no limits. Ready? Let me hear you say it. You say it louder than me. Are you ready? Psalm 147, verse 5. Great is the Lord and mighty in power. His understanding has no limits. I'm thankful for the Lord today. Is there something you're thankful for today? I'm thankful for no rain. I'm thankful for, the sky. It was actually kind of blue on the way into school this morning. I'm thankful for a warm place to be. I'm thankful for the robins. Have you seen the robins and the blooming trees? There was some forsythia blooming, the yellow bushes, and daffodils. Did you see the daffodils? God is so wonderful. He takes care of us in so many ways. Okay, let's go on to list 24. Find your paper, and we're going to go down through it, and I want to hear some good Farmer Ted. Farmer Ted's been so lonely without you. I think you just need to work hard on your Farmer Ted accent. Are you ready? Here we go. Untie. U-N-T-I-E, untie. Repair. R-E-P-A-I-R, repair. Number 3, fountain. F-O-U-N-T-A-I-N, fountain. I was one of those fountains that came to my yard, but I never got one. Are you ready? Number 4, author. A-U-T-H-O-R, author. Number 5, biscuit. I love me a butter biscuit with lots of jelly on top. Are you ready? Biscuit. B-I-S-C-U-I-T, biscuit. Make sure you're doing your best Farmer Ted for me today. Research. R-E-S-E-A-R-C-H, research. Next one is curb. Curb. C-U-R-B, curb. I had to park my wagon by the curb. Next one on number 8 is thirsty. T-H-I-R-S-T-Y, thirsty. Afar. A-F-A-R, afar. Number 10, inquire. I-N-Q-U-I-R-E, inquire. I had to inquire about why the donkey got out of the fence. Okay, number 11, warning. W-A-R-N-I-N-G, warning. Number 12, caterpillar. C-A-T-E-R-P-I-L-L-A-R, caterpillar. Did you see that little caterpillar going across the sidewalk? Madison did yesterday. She sent me a picture of it. Okay, number 13, vowel. V-O-W-E-L, vowel. Number 15, earn. E-A-R-N, earn. I think my numbers are off. I can't count. That was number 14. Number 15, cities. C-I-T-I-E-S, cities. Doctor. Capital D-R, doctor. I hope you don't have to go to the doctor these days. And number 17 is foot. It's our abbreviation, F-T, period, foot. Number 18, enlarge. E-N-L-A-R-G-E, enlarge. To make bigger. And number 19, brisk. B-R-I-S-K, brisk. Fast moving. Sometimes that wind is very fast moving. It's brisk. And number 20, pledge. P-L-E-D-G-E, pledge. I promise. I pledge to do my very best on my work today. Do you pledge that? Okay, boys and girls, great job on that spelling. Well, today should be a phonics test, but we did not give you a phonics test paper. So you, clap your hands, ding the bell. You do not have a phonics test today. But I want you to think carefully about some of our phonics sounds. Some of our phonics sounds that we're going to be hearing over and over and over again have been on our phonics charts. So let's go through one of those charts. We're going to continue with this chart right here, number 9. Can you find on this chart a suffix? I see 4 of them. Do you see a suffix? What? I didn't hear you. Yes, that's right. All the EDs. Ed and wanted, and looked, and played. Can you find one more? Ing and pointing. Good job. We reviewed these yesterday. Okay, good job. Do you remember the ones on this chart? On number 10? Chart number 10? That's right. Can you find someone there? Who can give me one first? Yeah, that's right. E and rainy. Okay. And bigger. S and biggest. Lee and slowly. N and sharpen. And as in peaches. I got it right today. Good job. Those are all suffixes. And where do I find a suffix? At the end of a word. Remember, a suffix gets hooked onto a word that's called a root word. A word that can stand alone. If I go over here to, let's see, bear. If I take off some of those letters, can those words B-E-A? I have no clue what B-E-A is. No. I know an earth, ear, and earth, but that would not make any sense. So a suffix, we know, has a hyphen in front of it. That's my clue that it's a suffix. It has a hyphen and then a letter. That little line is called a hyphen. Good job, boys and girls. Let's go through these sounds today, just because we need to review, because we're going to do some more writing of words along the way. Are you ready? Here we go. In shovel, O. In banana, A. In city, C. In faucet, A-U. I hope you're joining me. In saw, A-W. E in leaf, E-A. In thread, E-A. A in steak, E-A. E in brownie, I-E. Maybe you and Mom can make some brownies today. E in key, E-Y. A in obey, E-Y. In phone, P-H. In chorus, C-H. Ought in thought, O-U-G-H-T. Ought in caught, A-U-G-H-T. In giant, G. In fudge, D-G-E. They put these brownies and fudges on there and it makes us all so hungry. Good job, boys and girls. Let's look at this sound on this paper right here, on here. Okay, we have some of the sounds we just talked about. E and brownie, A and obey, E and leaf, E and thread, all kinds of sounds. Can you find a sound on this chart that says ought in thought? Ought in thought. Where is ought in thought? Let's see. Who can help me today? Brady, do you see ought in thought any place on here? Yes, it's right there at the bottom by my finger. Ought in thought. Can anybody find O in bowl? O in bowl. Kellen, do you see O in bowl any place? Yep, right above that dragonfly, O in bowl. Anybody find E in key? E in key. Adeline, can you find E in key? E in key could be right there, right in the frog's neck, or there's an EY up here in the butterfly. Either one of those. Ben, can you find E in rainy? E in rainy. Where's E in rainy? Ben, any clues? Down, up. You're saying up. Oh, right there it is. E in rainy. Good job. How about Madison? Madison, can you find Eind in kind? Eind in kind. Where do I find Eind in kind? Am I getting warmer, colder, 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 colder? Oh, right there it is. Eind in kind. Good job. Hunter, can you find, let's see, Et in thread. Et in thread. Where could I find Et in thread? Yep, Hunter, that's right. I heard you say it all the way over here. It's either in the frog or it's in the dragonfly's wings. Good job. Ella, how about oo in flew or oo in few? Which one? Where's it at? Am I getting warmer, 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 boiling, boiling, boiling? Ah! Volcano, right there it is. Good job, Ella. Good job. Let's do one more. Let's do E and baby. Let's see, who can do E and baby? Lucas, can you find E and baby? E and baby. Tell me when I'm getting warm. Tell me when I'm getting warm. Let's see. Is it this one? No, 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 no. There's the, oh, that has a short sound. Can't be it. E and baby. Oh, right there. That's right. That is the correct one. Remember, this is for E and rainy. It has that hyphen. And that tells me it's a suffix. The E in baby is right there. Good job, boys and girls. On today's paper, you have two sides that you should do independently. But Mrs. Kraft thought, we need to do a lot of this together today. So we're going to work on the front together, and then the back you can do all by yourself because you're very smart. Okay, so find your phonics paper, lesson 124, and we want to be on page 247. On page 247, there's a story. But before we do our story, I want you to get those eyes wide open, wide awake, okay? I want you to spy with your eyes because today we're looking for interrogative, declarative, exclamatory, and imperative sentences. Let's do a quick review. Are you ready? Here we go. I'm going to hold up a sign. You tell me what kind of sentence this is. Are you ready? Here we go. What is an interrogative sentence? Layla, what is that answer? It is a question. You are right. An interrogative sentence will have a question mark at the end. Okay, let's see who's going to be next. Are you ready? I'm going to cover up the answer. Let's see. Okay, Calvin, exclamatory. What do we find at the end of an exclamatory sentence? You got it. He said an excited mark. Good job. An exclamatory sentence shows excitement or fear. Okay, so good job. Let's see what the next one is. Let's see who we're going to pick on. I think Gwen. Gwen, what is an imperative sentence? Imperative. She was right. It's a period. It tells us that it is a command. Go clean your room. That's a command. Please put your plate in the sink. That's another command. So imperative ends with a period. It's a command. Good job, Gwen. And the last one. You know this one. This is the very first one we ever learned. Let's see if Madison, can you tell me what this is? Declarative. What does a declarative sentence end with? Period. Good job. She said a period. And what kind of sentence is that? It's a telling sentence. It's telling me something that I need to know, something informative. Okay, so are you ready? We're going to read carefully this story about the butterflies in New Guinea. Now, I have never seen the butterflies in New Guinea. I have seen pictures of really big butterflies. When I went to Thailand, we went to this store and you could buy butterflies, but they were really expensive. So I wish I could have. But those butterflies were very, very big. I mean, some of them were as big as this ruler. You remember how many inches are on a ruler? 12 inches. Some of them were as teeny tiny, less than an inch. So butterflies come in all sizes. Let's see today what this is. Would you read along with me as I read, please? Okay, are you ready? Here we go. Queen Alexandra's birdwing is a big, beautiful butterfly that lives in New Guinea. Can you believe that some of these butterflies are as large as 12 inches? That's exactly what I just said. From the edge of one wing to the other. Boys and girls, that butterfly is from here to here. That's bigger than Mrs. Kraft's head and my big poofy hair. That is a huge butterfly. Okay, let's keep reading. Wallace's golden birdwing is another very large butterfly that lives on the islands near New Guinea. These beautiful butterflies can grow up to 7 inches long. Now, is 7 greater or less than 12? What did you say? What did you say, Kendall? That's right, less than 12. So here's 7. So they're just about this big. Okay. These beautiful butterflies can grow up to be 7 inches across. If you saw one of these giant butterflies, you might think you have seen a small bird. Look at your ruler to see how large these butterflies really are. And we just did that. Okay, now I hope you were using those good eyes to spy. Here we go. We need to find how many interrogative sentences there were. Now, do you remember what an interrogative sentence ends with? It's going to end with a question mark. Okay, take that finger, take these eyes. Let's go down through and look for question marks. Are you ready? Start on the first line. Keep going. Scan, 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 scan. Oh, did you find one? I found one. What's that word right in front of that question mark? Are you ready? The word is other. It's on the third line at the very end. Other. Other has a question mark right then. Let's see if there's any more. Okay, keep going. Look, 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 look. Did you find any more? I didn't either. Would you put one beside interrogative sentences? There is one interrogative or a question, one question sentence. Okay. Next one, we're going vertical. Okay, remember we always go vertical. Exclamatory. What does an exclamatory sentence end with? That's right, it ends with an excited mark. Caleb. Let's see if Caleb or Roman or Lucas or let's see who else I haven't called on today. Adeline. I don't know. Ella. I don't know if I said your name today. How many exciting sentences are there? Okay, real quick. Look through those words. Here we go. Start at the top again. Da, 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 da. Look every line. Look every line. Look every line. Did anybody find it? Oh, I found one. Did you find it? Hey, that's right. I heard you say it. It's right 3 rows from the bottom up, right before the word across. That's the only one I see. So write a 1 beside exclamatory sentences. Good job. Okay, declarative. Now most of our sentences are declarative. Remember, declarative ends with a period. It's a telling sentence, but there's another one that ends with a period. Imperative, but it is a what? It's a command. So we don't want to count the ones that are a command, just the telling sentences. Okay. Are you ready? Get those eyes ready. Get that finger ready. Here we go. Let's start at the top. Queen Alexander's birdwing is a big, beautiful butterfly that lives in New Guinea. Telling or command? Which one do you vote? Okay, who votes telling? Who votes command? Telling it is. Hold up one finger. Here we go. We know the next sentence is a question mark, so we're going to skip down to Wallace's. Okay, are you on the 4th line? Wallace's golden birdwing is another very large butterfly that lives on the islands near New Guinea. Oh, there's a period. Is it a telling or is it a command? Let's take a vote again. Who thinks telling? Hey, everybody voted for that, so I know there's none for command. So we're now on number 2. Okay, let's start with that. After New Guinea, here we go. These beautiful butterflies can grow up to be 7 inches across. There, I know that's exclamatory. Here we go. Let's see the next one. If you saw one of these giant butterflies, you might think you have seen a small bird. Oh, there's a period. Okay, who votes that this is a command? Who votes a command? Oh, nobody? Nobody's hands? Who votes that it's a telling sentence? I do. 3. There are 3 telling sentences so far. Okay, let's go read the last sentence. Look at your ruler to see how large these butterflies really are. Is that telling me something? No, it isn't. So write 3 besides declarative, and then we have our last sentence. It is an imperative sentence. It's telling me to do something. What did it tell me to do? It says, look at your ruler. It's a command. So for imperative, write 1. Good job, boys and girls. You are excellent today. You're all bright, sunny, and bushy-tailed. I am so proud of you. Okay, number 2. Number 2 says, write pairs of antonyms under the Queen Alexander's birdwing. Write pairs of words that sound the same, but are spelled differently under the Wallace's golden birdwing. Do you remember what we call those words that sound the same, but let's go first. Sorry, Mrs. Kraft forgot to get my paper. There we go. This is from the other day. Okay, are you ready? Words, let's go for that Queen Alexander's. Write pairs of words that sound the same, but are spelled differently. Okay, antonyms are the first one. Sorry, Mrs. Kraft is reading backwards today. Once I get off track, I had everything laid out and forgot these 2 papers. Let's start again on number 2. Write pairs of antonyms under the Queen Alexander's birdwing. That's the first butterfly. Antonyms. Do you remember what antonyms are? Antonyms are opposites. Up, down, in, out, black, white, salt, pepper, over, under, hot, cold. Okay, those are opposites. So we're going to do those underneath the first butterfly. But on the second butterfly, we're going to write homonyms. These are words that sound the same, have different meanings and spellings. Different meanings and spellings. Okay? So let's take antonyms first. These are antonyms, opposites. Okay? Opposites are going to go right here on this side. Okay? So look at that first butterfly I see. Let's read the words together. Would you read them with me? Noisy, strong, far, weak, near, and quiet. So we're looking for pairs of words, two words that mean the opposite. Okay? Can you find one? Let's see. Ben, can you find a set of opposites, please? Hey, I heard that. Noisy and quiet. I hope you're not noisy. Okay? Make sure you're quiet. Okay, are you ready? So we're going to write noisy and quiet. That wasn't very nice of Mrs. Kraft to turn my back on you, but I couldn't write it any other way. Here we go, noisy, okay? And you're going to draw that slash, and then you're going to write quiet on the other side, okay? They're opposites. Let's see if we can find another one. Kendall, can you find two on that bird's wings, the butterfly's wings, okay, that are opposites? They mean totally different things, okay? Can you find two more? Can you find? We already used noisy. We already used quiet. Hey, I heard you. Strong and weak. Good job. So let's write strong and weak. Kendall is very strong. She can lift a house. Can you believe? And Mrs. Kraft is very weak. She can only lift a piece of paper. Okay, good job. And the last one. Let's have Lucas. Lucas, would you say the last one for me, please? Okay, there's only one set left. That's right. Far and near. Far and near. Far and near. The door is far away. My book is very near. Okay, far and near. Let's go to the other side where it says Wallace's golden bird wing. These words sound the same, are spelled differently, and have different meanings, okay? Let's see if Hunter can find this set. Sounds the same, Hunter. Let's read the words together. Are you ready? Here we go. Rose, flower, pear, flower. Oh, I heard in one. Flower, pear, and rose. Oh my goodness. They do sound the same, but they are spelled different, and they mean two different things. Hunter, which one did you pick? Okay. Pear and pear. You're making me hungry. That's right. Pear and pear. E-E-A-R and P-A-I-R. Mom bought a juicy pear to eat, and I have a new pair of tennis shoes. Okay, let's go to the next one. Let's see, Adeline. Can you and Ella, let's see if both of you, who can help me first? Let's see, Adeline and Ella. Can you find one? Oh, Adeline, I heard you first. What's yours? Rose and Rose. That's right. Rose, like the flower. And rows, our desk are in 3 rows. Good job. Rows and rows. And that's right, Ella. I heard you for the last one, just about the same time. That's one. Flower and flower. Okay. Flower. Mommy baked a cake using flour, and I picked a flower in the garden. Okay. Good job. This was so easy for you. I know it was easy. But go down to number 3. Number 3 says write 3 words from number 2, so right above us, okay, that a butterfly would like to find if it were hungry. I see some things. Do you see some things? Let's see. Who have I not heard from in a while? Gwen. Gwen, can you tell me something that a butterfly would like if it was hungry? That's right. A rose. R-O-S-E. A rose. It would suck all that good nectar out. Rose. Abel, what about you? Can you find something? A pear. That's right. A pear. P-E-A-R. Pear. And there's one more left. Brady, can you help us with the last one? A flower. That's exactly where we see butterflies, are on flowers. Make sure you get the right flower. F-L-O-W-E-R. That's the flower that your butterfly wants to be on, not the flower that you bake with. Good job, boys and girls. Let's turn over to the back, okay? And on the back page, this is really easy for you today. You will finish this all by yourself without a problem. All the red words in this story are wrong. Use the words in the box to find the correct word. Read the story. Did you hear that? It didn't say just go fill in all the words. It said read the story and write the correct words in the blank. Let's do the first one. It'll be our freebie, okay? One bright morning, the sun, oh, that's a boy. I don't think I want that sun, was shining and the birds were singing. Let's go up to our box and find the sun that would be correct. Let's read horizontally across. Are you ready? Hour and hour, blue and blue, dear and dear, sun and sun. Which sun do I want in that space? If you said S-U-N, you are correct. Okay, good job. Keep going down through that story. Read it carefully, okay, and fill in those words. Now the fun part is at the bottom. You get to draw a picture of something silly in the story above, okay? Now remember, you want to make it silly, okay? So you're going to look up there. I see something about I combed my hair and blew my nose. Do you have a blue nose? I hope you don't have a blue nose. Mrs. Kraft kind of has a red nose today from my cold. But anyway, my allergies more so than a cold. Okay, are you ready? You're going to do all this page all by yourself. I know you can do it. Well, today, I also want to talk about our reading. I hope you've been reading your book, Growing Up Where Jesus Lived. Have you read anything interesting and exciting? I got a message from Adeline's mom, and she is starting on page 26 today. What would your family like to wear? Well, we have some big words on page 26, celebrations and ceremony and bricklayer, musician, dyer, and vegetable. Well, it says the first paragraph is very interesting. Your mother and father would have been married at a young age. A girl usually got married at 13. What? At 13? And a boy at about 18. That is very young. Maybe you have a sister or a brother who are those ages. That is very young. But the next paragraph says the boy's parents decided which girl he should marry. They picked him for him, and they all agreed on it. So make sure you're reading. Now, Hunter, he is clear over on page 42 today. On 42, he's going to read words that have like scorpion and latchets and bracelets. It says an important piece of clothing that was worn with the inner tunic or coat tunic was the girdle. Boys, are you wearing a girdle today? It was like a wide belt. We wear belts, but they are big and wide like a girdle. Usually made of linen and wrapped several times around the waist. You could keep money, snacks, and other small things there. Hey, that sounds good to a boy. Keeping snacks handy, close by, that's always a good thing. You could carry larger things. If you needed to run or work, you could tuck the bottom of your tunic into the girdle and make it kind of like shorts. You'll have to look at the picture on page 42. The boy has actually done that, so it looks like he's kind of wearing shorts. Our Bible story book is full of interesting facts about when Jesus lived. I hope you're reading 20 minutes a day because Mrs. Kraft's going to ask you all kinds of exciting questions about your stories. Okay? Good job. You also have a reading worksheet to do today. Read carefully. Read that whole story before you turn over to the back and do the questions. Do not read the questions, then look for the answer. Is that a reading worksheet? That's more like a word search. We want to make it a reading worksheet where you read the story first, then find the answers. You'll make them faster because you've read the story. Good job. Also today for our handwriting. Handwriting today, you are on page 124. On page 124, you get to write a story. Don't forget, you're writing the story in cursive today. Make sure you use the words at the top, plus lots of your own. The words are, let's read horizontally. Sleeping bag. I think I know what this story is about. Campfire, mountains, pictures, fishing, hiking, and camera. Write a story about a camping trip. Tell where you went, how long you stayed, things you saw, and what you did. The words above may help you. Now, boys and girls, have you ever been on a camping trip? When Mrs. Kraft was young, like your age, I had never been camping before. We'd slept outside, a couple times, but then got scared and ran inside because we heard an owl hoot. Okay, but maybe you've really been camping. Maybe you had a tent and your family's gone tent camping. Maybe you have a camper and you set it up and you go real camping. Okay, if you haven't, use your pretend imagination because you have some questions to answer. Tell where you went. Okay, stop and think. I went camping at Lake Park. Maybe you went camping in the Smoky Mountains. Maybe you went camping in your backyard. Make sure your sentences are complete thoughts. Just don't put Lake Park, backyard. Does that make good sense? Yeah. How long you stayed? We camped for 3 nights out under the stars. Did you hear I didn't say we camped for 3 nights? We camped for 3 nights. Boring sentence. I said we camped out for 3 nights out under the stars. I want to put some excitement, some interest into my sentences. Same for you. What did you see? What would you see? Maybe you camped by a lake. Maybe you saw turtles. Maybe you saw beavers. Maybe you saw fish. Did you go fishing? Okay, maybe you can tell me about that. And what did you do? Oh, that's what I just said. Maybe you went fishing. Did you catch any fish? 5, 6? Did you eat them for supper? Did you throw them back in? Did you catch insects? Some people like to catch little salamanders along the edge. Are you brave enough to do that? Well, I want you to write at least 5 interesting sentences about your camping trip. Make sure they are complete thoughts. Don't put down partial sentences. Make sure they have more than 5 words. Really, by now, you should have sentences with 8 words because you're almost a 3rd grader. We want to make interesting sentences and do this in your very best cursive. You need to write a title for your story. What's your story going to be called? Could it be called The Camping Trip? Could you put My First Camping Time? Yeah. Could you put Out Under the Stars? Yeah. Maybe look at the picture. There's marshmallows. Maybe you roasted marshmallows. I love a good roasted marshmallow. Do you like them burnt? I don't like them burnt. Just toasty around the edges. And when you pull it off, it's nice and gooey. Use some good descriptive words for Mrs. Kraft. Do your best job. Remember, this is handwriting. So on this page, we really need to be careful. I can't wait to read your stories. Good job, boys and girls. Well, this is the first part of 2 videos today. So I want you to think carefully about your phonics, your reading, your spelling. Today is a day where you write your spelling words. And don't forget to do your very best writing. Number that page, fold it. Make sure you have your name before you start numbering your page. I don't want to see names at the top or on the side. Name goes first. Don't forget. Have a great day, boys and girls. I'll be right back with math in part 2. Thank you. See you later. I miss you.